and welcome to DominatorTV. I'm your host, Dave the Dominator. Welcome to episode 7, the resolution period. Last episode, we learned all about step 6 of the home buying process. We wiggled our way in and out of the inspection process and broke down what each one was for. Today is the now what that comes after you've spent all this time poring over inspection results. This will be short and sweet because the simple truth is that you only have 3 things that can happen at this point, and here they are. Number 1, moving forward. Let's say you've reviewed the results and you found some problems, but nothing really stood out to you as a deal breaker or something that needed your immediate attention. Maybe you came in at a really good value and know that the seller likely won't agree to repairs. Maybe from the get-go, you knew that the house was being sold as is and you just wanted to get informed. In this case, you simply inform the agents involved that you're ready to move forward with the transaction as it is. By doing this, you aren't waiving your right to your final walkthrough or your financing contingency. You are simply saying that you are willing to move on with the purchase of the property without any repairs or replacements being made to its current condition. Option number 2, ask for repairs, replacements, or concessions. Let's say there are a few issues that you really need to have resolved before you feel comfortable proceeding. It's now up to you and the seller to agree upon what action is to be taken. Specifically, you can ask for specific items to be repaired or replaced. If this is the case, be sure to state in the proposal or contract amendment the exact action that you want to be taken. In more rare scenarios, you may ask the seller to consider reducing the price of the property in lieu of making any repairs or replacements. I say rare because although you may ask for a price improvement at any point, that doesn't mean the seller will necessarily agree to it. Up until this point, you've already agreed upon a price and terms, so any change has to be agreed upon by all parties. In your purchase agreement, there will be a time allotted to negotiate what repairs, replacements, and concessions will be made, if any. If you fail to come to an agreement within that time frame, the agreement usually terminates. Be sure to know how long you have. The process will be similar to the offer process. You will submit a proposal, and the seller can agree to it, submit a counterproposal back to you, or reject the idea altogether. Make sure you have a contractually ratified agreement by the end of your resolution period. Keep your agent in gear. 3, you can always walk away. I'll say that this is the most rare of the options that take place during the inspection period, but it does happen. If you review the inspection results and decide that this property's true condition is not something you can agree to accept, even with possible repairs, you may terminate the agreement altogether in writing. Your agent can write it for you. It is true that some buyers use this step as a way out if they've gotten cold feet, but for the most part, there is usually a good reason behind someone walking away. Perhaps they've discovered that they can't build what they thought they could on the property, that it has an irreparable defect, or that the subdivision restrictions are just too strict. In the event you find yourself walking away from the sale during the inspection and resolution periods, you can usually get your earnest money back and continue looking for another property. You will not, however, receive any reimbursement for inspection costs you incurred. The resolution period is appropriately named, as it is your opportunity to resolve any issues you've discovered. Use it appropriately, and it will work as a fail-safe for you in any transaction. By any means, never waive your right to an inspection or resolution period. Now you've gotten some of the hardest things out of your way. It's time to move on to step number 8, and I bet you can't wait to see what it is. Until next time, this has been DominatorTV. Remember to follow us on social media and subscribe wherever you get your shows and podcasts, the links to which are in the description. I'm your host, Dave the Dominator, and as always, this is your purchase, and it's time to make sure you know the process through and through. Thank you.